So she wrote this book, and like I said, she's the ripe old age of
87.
87, and she turns 88 this year. So I'm going to invite her up. So please give her a standing ovation. Everybody on stage, Kawena.
Oh, I like this. Thank you, Darren.
So, tell us, how's it all been for you? Come and stand down here so they can see you.
Get off my stage.
Get off your stage.
I'm only kidding. Last time I walked up those stairs, Darren had to pick me up. I fell over. But it's been marvellous. 6 years ago, I was sitting where you guys are, and I was wondering what was all about, and I had a book there sort of almost ready to go, and my head was sort of thinking, well, I'm just a basic everyday person. How can I become an author? Well, Darren taught us in those 3 days how to write a bestseller, and he also taught us more than that. He shows us how to deal with the book, how to sell it, how to promote ourselves. And he always has said that your book is the greatest business card you can send across the planet. And I prove that's right, because I get a lot of information on wanting my book and my CDs and everything else that I do since then. And it's amazing to me how far you can go once you rise above the fear. The fear creates so much energy that's dark, it's not good for us, and a lot of other people sometimes add to that fear by not having confidence in you. But I have found out the real one that has to have confidence in you is you. So when you're starting on your beginners here, take it all in and then work it out what suits you through the whole weekend and do it your own way, but also know that nobody I have ever met in the whole of my life has reached their full potential. Not even Darren. He's got so much more to go, so much further to go. He's done pretty well, but if you are doubtful about your journey, don't be. Everybody was put here with a talent or 2 talents, whatever. Everyone was put here to achieve. Everyone was put here to find their own happiness. You don't expect anyone else to make you happy, because it won't happen. But if they can make themselves happy and you can, and you get together, you've got a bonus, and that's wonderful. So if you can make yourself happy first, you're going to attract people of like mind. And I find that's a lot to do with it. If you can be happy, you will attract happy people, or people that want to go on that journey that you're interested in. If you want to think negative constantly, you will attract negative people, because the happy ones will run away anyway. So focus on you. You are the most important person on the planet in your eyes. Once you get yourselves right and you've got your full-on energy going out there, it'll be so much more easy to allow yourself to achieve. We're all born to achieve the absolute most that we want. Put your dreams out there, follow your dreams, and don't let anybody else stop you. It's our own fault if we do. I know we made many mistakes in my day, even Darren's made mistakes, and you will never go to the top unless you do. We're born to make mistakes so that we can learn. You guys are nodding your head, so I know you're sort of on track here, you know what it's all about. But sometimes we need somebody out of the emotions to guide us and show us that we can do it. You can do absolutely anything. If I can do it, and I was a little old, no, sorry, I've not always been a little old lady, but when I was a younger lady, I was very shy. I was very shy, and nobody believes me, but I was. I'd blush when I'd see someone I knew come down the street rather than talk to them. But I found out since the business with the book came through, you become an author, people respect you more, and then you'll respect you more too. And you'll be amazed at the opportunities that come in. Don't think you're just going to write your book and that's it. That's never it, is it?
No.
Never it. Once you write your book and it gets out there, you'll find even your rellies and your friends look at you with respect, much more than they ever did before. You might have had it anyway, but some haven't. And then the village come around and think how clever you are, because they didn't know you had the ounce to write a book. But be stubborn, be definitely who you are all the way. Don't change anything about yourself, but when you do get your book done and you are the author, put yourself out there. And Darren shows you how. He's got other things going in the background with his work, and he shows you how to be the best book author there is. He shows you how to be the best person that you can be. He shows you how to live the best life you can have. He also shows you how to look after others once you go up that ladder. Darren is very conscious that those that haven't got anything, we have to help. We help the family, we help ourselves, and we help others, but we need to know you need to help people away from your vicinity. People that are in big trouble that can't help themselves. So that's what charity's all about. So always remember, I'll tell you something, if you don't help charity, you won't stay up that ladder long. Universe will sort you out, but if you do help charity, you stay up the ladder. And I think that's incredible. It's only the law of the universe. It's letting you know, once you get it, they'll give you more so you can give more. But if you don't give more down that ladder, you go. So realise Darren's got the teaching, he's got the understanding, he's got the knowledge, he's got the commitments, he's got even the fact that can help you through. And if you want to know anything, ask him straight away, it comes straight out. He knows exactly what you need immediately. I don't know how he does that, but he does it. And it's all very interesting. So what I like to do, my book is all about the breath. Everybody, well not everyone, a lot of people ask me, what is the secret of your high energy? It's not just the book. Of your high energy, your health and excitement about life. And when I tell them I do quality breathing, they don't seem to get it. But once you learn to do your quality breathing, your energy goes up. And I'll tell you a secret here. Your energy goes up, your vitality is incredible, and you'll also find that the brain itself opens up and you study better than ever you did in your life. I study better now than I did at 20, 30, 40. I have a wonderful way of studying because the energy of the power of the oxygen and the energy comes in. Every cell in the body reacts. Every nerve end in the body reacts. Everything loves this oxygen because your body is born to get in enough oxygen, not just to do the daily grind, but to heal yourself through the night. I've been asked, well, I'm doing it, to be a representative for the Australian Lung Foundation because of my book, again, and what I do when I go around to different places talking, how to do the breath. So I'm going to ask you to be with me here. I'm going to ask you to do some work. You're not just going to sit listening to Kawena all day. But as far as Darren's concerned, he's a top notch, and I've been around hearing other people with their publishers. They're not all top notches. So, you know, if you decide you want to go with Darren with your publishing, good luck to you. That's all good news. So we're going to allow you to, I'll tell you to know all about the lungs and what they're about. See that little bit at the bottom there? That's always warm and moist when you don't do a lot of deep breathing. When you rob the body of the oxygen, that's warm and moist, and all the little germs and micro-germs, everything breeds down there. But if you take in the deep breathing, we talk about the belly breathing, most of you know what that's about, so I don't teach that much now. I'm going to teach something much better in a minute. But if you get the breathing going down, more oxygen, you'll fill that lot up the top. Well, that's there. But the next one, you'll fill that up if you do more deep breathing. When you go down, you'll fill that next one up. If you can get it down to the bottom there, you will clear that up. The immune system's incredibly strong. I never get colds, I never get headaches, none of that stuff. I got them when I was middle-aged and when I was younger, but not anymore. So I really know, I've tried it and made it true that it does work. If you draw in more oxygen, because the body takes all the energy through the day with the light breathing, but you take in more in the night, it's healing you all through the night. If you don't allow your body to have more oxygen, and I call it the oxygen epidemic, if you don't, that's when we get ill. The body complains and thinks, well, I'll make it not well, I'll make her uncomfortable. And then if you still don't give it the oxygen, it says, okay, then we'll make her sick. It makes us sick. It's not all to do with germs and things, it's lots to do with a lack of oxygen for the body to help us keep healthy. So then if you do give it the more oxygen, it makes you better. And you do it even more oxygen, it will make you as healthy as Kawena. So be aware of that one. But what I'm going to ask you to do now is...
Kawena's going to get you to do a little exercise because she's just been made the ambassador for...
the Australian Lung Foundation.
Australian Lung Foundation. So give her a big hand.
That's in Australia.
She's also got many other talents. Last year, I think it was a big part of doing the book. She was honoured into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, all that.
For psychics in Australia. In the Psychic
yes, I was nominated in the Hall of Fame and the Psychic Hall of Fame of Australia. So this is all since the book, because what it is, the book gives you confidence. Once you've got something to show how clever you are, it does, it's true, it gives you confidence. And I'll tell you, when I'm introduced to a group of people for the first time, they'll look at the little old lady and they'll say hello and that's it, they'll go on talking. But the minute someone says, oh, Kawena's an author, I'm the whole point of conversation. And I love it, I think it's a great compliment. You've got to realise our soul, every part of us needs confirmation that it's worth our journey on the planet. And when you decide to write books, some people say, I can't write a healing book. That's fine. Some people say, I can't write a guidance book, so I don't write a book. So I ask them, do they write fiction? And this is excellent. And they'll say, yeah, I love to write fiction, but nobody learns anything through that. My answer to that is, if you write fiction, you're therapy. Your book is therapy for others to cut out from the daily grind and worries of this busy, busy life we've got and this business life we've got. I've gone to Rotary and places like that, the Lions Club, and done a talk. And some of the men say, well, what do we do now? I teach them the breathing. And I said to one gentleman, what did you do before all this with your readings and that? He said, we read anything that's not to do with work. We read comics, we read silly books, fun books. They just want to get away in their brain from the everyday work journey that they've got to do. So realise any sort of book is welcome out there. It doesn't matter. Don't shortchange yourself if you don't have a healing book or a teaching book, because they are the flavour of the month at the moment. But the others, they even need romance to make them feel that, there's still romance around. But it's all good. So what I'm going to do now is teach you something very few. Does anybody here understand the throat breathing?
No, you teach them.
Throat breathing.
Yes. Throat breathing. You understand it? Okay. Well, you're about to. So what you're going to do is learn to throat breathe so that from here up, every part of the brain and the head, anything in the head, has inflammation in it. Inflammation stores itself up as we have headaches and things, and I'll say it. The dead germs build up in our body so that we have to get rid of them. But what happens, it gives us sinus, it gives us ear problems, it gives us all the problems because of the pressure of that inflammation on everything that is normally tight-fitted into your head. I tried to keep it ordinary so we can get it. So what we do, we throat breathe, so we draw the air down through our throat. We use the muscles at the back of the throat to draw it down, and we also use those muscles to squeeze it out. You try and use your belly breathing if you can with it, but this is only one thing today, the throat breathing. And what you will do, you will pass it through. You'll swallow, but you will pass it through. Everything's fine there, but you're not doing it till you swallow. So you'll be taking yourself home. I'll just give you a little quick round up here, and you'll be taking yourself home and practicing if you want. You make your own choices whether you want to take this on and help yourself be more energetic, more thinking clear. This makes your brain open up so clear you don't get blockages when you're writing. You just sit down and it flows. And you also get what we call as creative ideas and thoughts come in quicker because you've opened that door. So allow yourself to realise oxygen is the most important thing on the planet. Without it, we're all done. So realise the first thing you need to think about and appreciate is the power of the oxygen. So what I'm going to do now, you understand what it's all about. I'm going to ask you all to snore. That's the idea. Snore. Big one, make fools of yourselves. Now, After I do 3, I want a real big fat snore. 1, 2, 3. That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to go. It gets you in, Darren, it gets you in. But it's a magic thing, and that's what keeps me going like I do at this point in my life.
That tells me I snore all the time.
Well, you're a good throat breather. Kick him out. I don't think so. She's just as valuable as he is. But now, I'm going to ask you to snore, not yet, to snore once more silently. It's clever, isn't it? And squeeze it out silently. This is the key to an exciting life from now on to the end of the days, your days. We'll do that one again, drawing in silently with the back of the throat. So what that snoring does, it shows you where those tiny muscles are. I was teaching it before without the snore thing. I didn't want to embarrass people, but I found that I had to embarrass people. And that way, in 1 minute, I can train people to get the throat breathing. So if you get that throat breathing, now you're drawing down the inflammation. And when you swallow, as I said, you will pass it. It's a magic breathing. I haven't heard of it anywhere else. I read it many, many years ago. And it just came to me a few years ago. I practiced it, and from that moment on, my head was clearer. I think it was just before the book. My head was clearer. I thought clearer and better. My whole body became more balanced because, of course, more oxygen's going in. But in coming to the end now, I've got a half a minute, haven't I?
Yep. Do you know the other slide? Is there another slide?
Well, yes, we need another slide, please. Now, what you're going to do is work with me here, and you're going to do these affirmations, but you'll be doing affirmations very strongly when you come. I feel wonderful. I feel marvellous. I feel great. It's really so the subconscious really takes it in. If you're wishy-washy, why would it take it in and help you get what you want out of life? There is so much out there for you guys to go for. Each one of you individuals, and your books are all individuals, but I'm telling you honestly, once you become that author, life's never the same. It's wonderful because it does promote you and all those around you, and I said it will take you to the top. So we're going to do this affirmation quietly, but focus on the end words. 1, 2, 3. I feel wonderful. I feel marvellous. I feel great. Again, louder. I feel wonderful. I feel marvellous. I feel great. Really loud. I feel wonderful. I feel marvellous. I feel great. Now, all of us will be strongly, loud and mindfully, as it says. Don't be weak with it, but you can't do it loud like that at home. So in your head, really loud now. Quietly, don't yell, only in your head. Don't you feel different and better when you make a real focus on what you want to learn and what you want to do? This will, if you do this every single day a couple of times, you'll find in a month's time your health will be so incredible. Even if you lie to yourself and you feel rotten like something, something the cat's dragged in. But it's true, I'm not kidding. I'm being funny, aren't I? No. But at this point, we want to do the next one. These are my favourites I do every day. And this is what happens. I'm extremely healthy. I'm extremely wealthy. I'm extremely wise. A bit louder. I'm extremely healthy. I'm extremely wealthy. I'm extremely wise. Always very strongly, out loud or mindfully. Again, no wishy-washy. No, we don't want to be insipid. I think that's a good word for now. So we're going up a bit further on now.
Next one?
Yes, please. Now, that's what my book's all about. And I do my mentoring and guiding at home. I don't do it on the phone because I like face-to-face when I'm guiding and mentoring. When I do speeches and that and talks when I'm out on the platform, it's fine then, I can do it differently. But when you need mentoring, I will do your CD for you personally with your name sprinkled through it. so that nobody else's CD, it's yours. And it puts affirmations in it and a deep breathing, so that way you can just follow. Kawena, thank you, Darren.
Yeah, that's right.
I need help.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, we've got a lung foundation that talks all about know your lungs and everything else. So we've got that we can hand out to everyone. There's Kawena's from the Lung Foundation. So we'll give you a little brochure about what she represents as far as the Lung Foundation goes, and we're going to hand that out.
Thank you.
And you can log on to Facebook. Kawena's on Facebook, and she texts me in the middle of the night and all sorts. She's a night owl.
I never noticed that till you told me after a couple of years. I just thought that's what you do, you know, because I'm busy. But I don't want to sleep. I've got so many years, maybe not so many years. I want to make every year count. So you guys, please re-understand that life is very short, like a bat of an eyelid. My life's gone. So really make every moment count for yourself. Not working all the time. You've even got to have fun and play and make your whole life be worthwhile. And never retire. Have big fat holidays, but never retire. They just sit and knit. Well, that's fine. They love to do that. Bless their cotton socks. It's their choice. But it's not my choice. I don't want to sit and knit. I just want to be out amongst all you guys, having a lot of fun and enjoying all the personalities. Go for it.
How can we get a copy of your book?
I've got one. I've got about 6 here. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll give you that book.
Oh,
Thank you.
It's for my mother.
Oh, you read it first. Oh, that's beautiful. It worked out lovely, didn't it? And my book is, I had a little bit of a tizzy with Darren when I first met him. And like this
I told you she was feisty.
But he wanted to change it a little. And I didn't realise then that he was a professional. I just thought I was here for a workshop. I didn't have a clue about Darren and his cheeky stuff. So I had the inside. I've done it all in big writing there because I was realising sight was going. It was a start, computers and that were hurting people's eyesight. So I thought I want to be writing. Well, he sort of let me have that. But on the front, I put what I thought was wonderful, but he didn't like it. He didn't like it a bit. It's no. And you know what he said? It doesn't tell you what's in the book. And it took 3 times for me to agree with him. Because I'd coined that and I thought, well, that's lovely, I like that. It was wings back to go forward. And he was right. It didn't tell him what was in the book. So listen to all this learning this weekend and do what you feel is right for your book, but following these how to write the bestseller. It's amazing, amazing stuff. And I will tell you, I think he's already told you, he's had some funny times on his way up that ladder. And he's made some wrong things. Sometimes we make mistakes, and I have found that I look back, and when you make mistakes, and you can already probably do this, when you look back in your life and you see, oh, I made a mistake there, I've lost something, I lost it. Some people have lost their home. But it's amazing how when you do that, you sort of know what you don't want to do, but other opportunities come in, and sometimes we become even better off because we're situated in that mistake and some other connection comes along and takes us out of it. This gentleman's already been there and done that. So it's true, everybody has to have their challenges, otherwise you're not going to learn. If everything's smooth and sweet, that's all lovely, but we're not going to learn to be strong. Smooth and sweet's weak. But once you go through a few crappy times in your life, you'll soon get the message and know that you've really got to do the work. You've really got to get yourself with the positive thinking, and that's your affirmation time. So if you do the work, you've got a fat chance of getting improved in what you're doing in life. I love you all, but I'm going to ask you not to think big anymore. And I know that sounds a bit funny coming from me because I think big. But no, I don't. I want you to think huge. Now, you're not going to think big anymore. Why? What are you going to think? Huge. I leave you all. Thank you. Will you hand out those 2 books, Darren? Thank you. Wow. Hello, my man.
I do know how to do the throat breathing. I learned it from your book.
Oh, yeah. Good on you. Hello.
Thank you. That was lovely.
Good girl.
Very inspirational.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad. Well done. Thank you for looking after me.
It's an honour to meet you. I follow you on Facebook. Wonderful to meet you in real life.
You're
Darren.